We begin this tribute by mourning the loss of a legendary figure in American pop music. Lou Christie, born Lugee Alfredo Giovanni Sacco on February 19, 1943, passed away on June 18, 2025, leaving behind a rich legacy that defined an era of music in the 1960s, known for his piercing falsetto voice, emotive songwriting, and unforgettable hits like Lightning Strikes. Christie etched his name into the annals of pop and soft rock history. In this biography, we'll take a heartfelt journey through Lou Christie's early life, career milestones, personal life, and lasting legacy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as we celebrate the story of a true music icon. Early life and family background. Lou Christie was born Lugee Alfredo Giovanni Sacco in Glen Willard, Pennsylvania, small town outside Pittsburgh, on February 19, 1943. He grew up in an Italian-American household, surrounded by love, music, and tradition. His father worked as a mill worker, while his mother was a homemaker who encouraged his musical talents from an early age. Christie would later recall that it was his mother who first noticed his ability to sing in a high, falsetto voice. As a child, Lugee was drawn to doo-wop, R&B, and pop music. Inspired by artists like Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers, Little Richard, and the Four Seasons, he began writing songs and performing locally in his teenage years. While attending Moon Area High School, he formed a vocal group called The Classics, which performed at school events and local venues. Education and early musical ventures. High school. Christie attended college for a short time, but ultimately decided to pursue music full-time. He honed his songwriting and vocal skills and began recording demo tapes. A pivotal moment in his early career came when he met Twyla Herbert, a classically trained pianist and eccentric musical partner who was nearly 20 years his senior. Together, they formed a formidable songwriting duo that would last for decades. Dark, theatrical, and romantic lyrical style complemented Christie's dramatic falsetto and pop sensibility. They were an unlikely but incredibly successful pair. Breakthrough and rise to fame. Lou Christie's professional breakthrough came in 1962 when he recorded The Gypsy Cried, a song co-written with Herbert. Initially released on a small label, C&C Records, it gained regional traction before being picked up by Roulette Records for national distribution. The song became a top 25 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, launching Christie into the public eye. In 1963, he followed up with another hit, Two Faces Have I, which reached No. 6 on the Billboard chart and cemented his place as a rising star in the early 60s pop scene. Christie's signature falsetto, combined with the melodramatic themes of his songs, appealed to both teens and adults during a time of musical transition in America. The pinnacle of success, Lightning Strikes, and beyond. Christie's greatest commercial success came in 1966 with the release of Lightning Strikes, a haunting, theatrical pop number that captured the essence of 1960s teenage angst and love. The song shot to No. 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became his signature hit. With its pounding rhythm and dramatic falsetto wails, Lightning Strikes became an anthem of adolescent passion and fear of commitment. He followed that success with other memorable tracks, such as Rhapsody in the Rain, the first pop song to be banned by some radio stations for suggestive lyrics, and I'm Gonna Make You Mine, which charted both in the US and the UK. Christie had successfully navigated the rapidly changing music landscape, balancing pop with a touch of R&B and operatic flair, challenges and transitions despite his chart success. Christie's career. faced challenges as musical tastes evolved in the late 1960s. The rise of psychedelic rock, soul, and protest music overshadowed his dramatic pop style. Additionally, the Vietnam War and cultural upheaval created a different kind of demand in music, one that focused less on teenage romance and more on political and social themes. Still, Christie persevered, exploring new musical avenues. He experimented with Baroque, pop, and more mature themes, and he also recorded material in the UK, where his popularity remained steady. However, his US chart presence diminished. Later career and reinvention in the 1970s and 1980s, Lou Christie continued to perform and record. Though he never returned to the top of the charts, his influence on pop music was increasingly recognized. He became a staple on the oldies concert circuit, where fans flocked to hear his timeless hits in the 1990s and 2000s. He found a new audience through nostalgic revivals and compilation albums. Christie also worked on stage productions and occasional film and television appearances. His falsetto remained strong, and he maintained an active touring schedule well into his 70s. He often spoke about his deep appreciation for his fans and the enduring power of music. Christie also took pride in mentoring younger artists and celebrating the work of his peers from the golden era of pop. Personal life. Lou Christie was a deeply private individual off stage. He was married to Cynthia Sacco for over 40 years, and together they had 2 children. Christie preferred to keep his family life out of the spotlight, but it was clear that his personal relationships were a grounding force in his life. He split his time between homes in New York and California, often retreating to write or reflect when not performing. Friends and colleagues described him as warm, humorous, and deeply passionate about music and storytelling. Illness and death in his final years. Christie faced a series of health challenges, including respiratory complications and heart issues. He reduced his public appearances in 2023 and quietly stepped back from touring in 2024. On June 18, 2025, Lou Christie passed away peacefully at the age of 82, surrounded by his family. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans, musicians, and music historians around the world. Many cited his vocal uniqueness, songwriting brilliance, and stage charisma as irreplaceable elements in pop music history. Cars, houses, and lifestyle. Lou Christie enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle, particularly during the height of his career. He had a known love for vintage cars and owned several classic Cadillacs and a 1965 Ford Mustang, which he famously referenced in interviews. He lived in a tastefully decorated home in Westchester County, New York, filled with memorabilia from his long career, gold records, stage costumes, and photographs with fellow artists like Del Shannon, Leslie Gore, and Neil Sedaka. He also owned a beachfront property in Malibu, where he spent time writing music and enjoying the California sun. Despite his fame, Christie lived modestly, prioritizing creativity, privacy, and family over excess. Net worth and recognition. At the time of his death, Lou Christie's net worth was estimated to be around $5 million. While not among the wealthiest musicians, his impact far surpassed monetary measures. Christie was honored with various accolades throughout his career, including induction into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame and several Lifetime Achievement Awards. He was frequently featured in documentaries about the 1960s music scene and was regarded as a pioneer in fusing operatic falsetto with pop storytelling. Legacy. Lou Christie's music continues to resonate with fans of all generations. His songs, particularly Lightning Strikes, have been used in numerous films, commercials, and television shows, solidifying their place in American cultural memory. Beyond the hits, Christie's willingness to experiment vocally and lyrically set him apart. He pushed the boundaries of what male pop singers could express, particularly in an era dominated by traditional masculinity. His influence can be heard in the work of artists like Freddie Mercury, Barry Gibb, and even contemporary performers, who embrace emotional vulnerability and vocal range. Lou Christie's life was a brilliant blend of passion, innovation, and resilience. From a small-town boy in Pennsylvania to a national sensation with a unique voice and timeless hits, his journey embodied the magic of American pop music. As we remember Lugee Alfredo Giovanni Sacco, let us celebrate the falsetto that could pierce the heavens, the songwriter who gave voice to youthful desire, and the performer who never lost touch with his roots. Rest in peace, Lou Christie. Your lightning struck once and it struck forever. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this tribute to honor Lou Christie's incredible life. Subscribe for more inspiring stories of the legends we've lost but never truly say goodbye to.